Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching.
Huh?
All right. And we've got 8 people here. All right. Awesome. Probably used up all my notifications, a video, an earlier live stream, and then this one. I guess there's a press conference coming up here in a few minutes. Still can't find them. I don't know where they're being played. Yeah, it's weird. Usually you can find stuff like that pretty quick. Is there really just 8 people here again? it's just wild, man. Yeah, that's unreal. Hello. Yeah, it might just be the audio again, I guess. Yeah. The Providence Journal is doing live updates, and then there's behind you have to pay for to even watch. I mean, read it. It's crazy. It's wild. Well, if you missed it earlier, there was a shooting on the Providence in Providence at Brown University, and a mass shooting where there was 2 dead, 8 in maybe critical condition in the hospital, and the gunman, rarely, which normally they get these guys, is out on the run. They don't have him. Originally, it was reported that the Brown University Police Department stated that they had captured the person, and it turned out that wasn't true, and had to backtrack it, and he's out on the run. Okay, is there another one? Oh, that was 2 hours ago. Wait, are they about to do another one? Or is that another one? Oh, that's from before. I wonder if, let's see. These guys might play it again over here. I would imagine. When it comes on next. I'll just keep this going over here on the side. Looks like it's WFLA. Does JB still do all that over there? I haven't seen him for like 2 years. Yeah, it's supposed to be right now, like 4 minutes ago. And I don't know. I think on the last show I just like misread about 6 different things because the trolls, you know, like I get so many of these idiot trolls that show up in here that it sort of clouds my, I don't know, just vision of what people are saying, you know. And see, what we need is the moderators to take care of the trolls, and then don't say, you know, don't, you know, make a big deal about anything that they said. You know, just delete it, and that's it. Because then I read it, and then I get frustrated with it, and then I start sort of picturing other people's comments as troll-like, you know. But man, it's really tough when you only have 44 people watching a live stream. Not sure how to make that work. Maybe you guys can go out and share the video somewhere. Nah, that's not going to work. Don't worry about it. I think you used all enough. Alright. I know, but it's like, you know, I mean, it still should be out there. Okay, hold on, is this now?
At the earlier update, this is an evolving situation, and there are details that are subject to change, and so we want to continue to recognize that we're not done yet, and so we will continue to update, and please bear with us if we learn more or if there are additional details. One of the new details that I'm sorry to have to share is that there is one additional victim of today, so now there are 9 injured individuals. There was one additional victim who had left the scene. It was not a gunshot wound. The individual learned that they had received fragments from the shooting that had occurred near them, and so they have non-life-threatening injuries, but is now the 9th victim who is is expected to have a full recovery. Additionally, we want to make sure the community knows the individual responsible is still at large. But importantly, at the conclusion of this press update,
as well as
we will
our
be
federal
releasing
partners
a
in the
short video showing an image of the suspect. That will be available to all of you when we finish this briefing. We know there's a lot of fear and anxiety in the community right now, and we want folks to know that while it is the case that the shelter in place remains in effect for the broader Brown community, that includes campus and the neighborhoods surrounding the campus, we are doing everything we can, and we've been receiving tremendous assistance from our partners in law enforcement. The governor, under his leadership with the state police, has been terrific. The FBI, the ATF, and many communities around Rhode Island have assisted. There are over 400 officers currently in the area assisting with both the investigation and to ensure the safety of the Providence community. Additionally, Providence Fire has been deployed to venues of assembly. We know that this is a busy time. It's a Saturday night in the holiday season, and so you may see firefighters at the mall, at PPAC, at Roger Williams Park, and we don't want anyone to be concerned that there are any issues, but rather we want folks who are out in the community tonight to see a person in a position of authority and to feel safe in our community. We have no reason to believe that there are any additional threats at this time. Any calls that have been received in the last several hours to 911 have been unrelated, and there have been no additional calls for service or calls of anything related to this incident. The video that will be released is from that building where the shooting occurred, which is the Barrison Holly building, looking towards Hope Street. And as I mentioned, that will be shared as soon as we conclude. We are still encouraging, as we did earlier, for anyone who thinks that they might have information relevant to the investigation to call the police, the Providence Police non-emergency line, which is 401-272-3121. 401-272-3121. Of course, you can also call 911, but if you have information that you think might be able to assist in our investigation, please give us a call. At this time, I'd like to turn the mic over to our Governor, Dan McKee, who's been in touch with federal, state partners and has been a tremendous assistance to us here in Providence throughout the evening. Governor?
Hey, Mayor, thank you for your leadership and all your entire team, and our job right now is to support your team. And we're doing just that. All our state resources are available, not only to the mayor, but also Brown University. It's our hearts go out to Brown University. I've had calls.
Please understand that it's important for us to share what details we do have to the community, because there's a lot of fear and anxiety and unfortunately already some misinformation, but this is very early hours, and so please know that some of these details may be subject to change, that this investigation is ongoing. We will be as transparent as we can in the hours to come, and we'll provide regular updates, but we're going to share what we do know at this time. But please bear with us as we know sometimes these details shift as the investigation progresses. Sadly, today is a day that the city of Providence and the state of Rhode Island prayed would never come. We've heard about horrific acts of gun violence and active shooter situations in other places, but not here. But this afternoon at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we received a call. 4:05 was when the initial call came in to Brown University of a report of an active shooter. I can confirm that there are 2 individuals who have died this afternoon, and there are another 8 in critical status, though stable, at Rhode Island Hospital. Those are the only injuries or casualties that we know at this time. But as I mentioned, and it's important to remind folks, these numbers may change. We are still in early hours.
Wait, is that the one from before? I don't even know, man. This is like the craziest thing. They're all the same.
Relatives, and so, President, we just want you to know that Providence and Brown stand together today, tomorrow, and in the months ahead. Please.
Thank you. Yes, this is the day that one hopes never happens, and it has. I really appreciate everything that the local law enforcement and everybody is doing to help find this person, make sure that we can be safe as a community. Our focus right now is on supporting the families who have been affected by this, the families of the 2 students who sadly lost their lives today, as well as the 8, now 9 students who are in the hospital. We've been in touch with their families. I will talk to them soon. But you know, we will come together as a community and we'll get through this. Currently, the students are still all in lockdown, as are people in the area, and hopefully we can get them back to their dorms and feeling safe and secure as soon as possible. But thank you for everything we're doing now.
Thank you, Chris. We'll take questions for law enforcement personnel, anyone who's here today, and share as much information as we can at this time.
To pray for the full recovery of those.
Yeah, Jacob, Channel 10 Mayor, you know, can you talk a little bit about what we're going to see in this video?
Or Brown University President Christine Jackson. Brown TV
Sure. What you're going to see is a video from the building
incredible.
where this incident took place, 184 Hope Street. It's of who we believe is the suspect, leaving that area, walking on Hope Street and taking a right on Waterman towards the water. He's going to be wearing dark clothing. You're not going to be able to see his face. Dark gray, black clothing. And some of the witnesses have also told us that he may have been wearing a camouflage gray mask. That is unconfirmed, but if anybody should recognize this person in any way, seen him earlier, recognize his gait, obviously we want to know about that.
So you had said, or somebody had said, and I want to make sure we're correct in reporting this, that he may have walked out of the building, and I'm wondering, how did he get access to the building, and is there video from inside the building?
That I don't have the answer if there's video inside that building that depicts him. There is video inside that building. However, I haven't seen him on video inside that building. And he did walk out of the building.
So can you explain that to me in all this? So he was in the building, but we don't have video of him in the building.
We haven't recognized him in the video yet. We do see some video from inside the building of a commotion. Clearly students are running.
There's video inside that building that depicts him. There is video inside that building. However, I haven't seen him on video inside that building. And he did walk out of the building.
So can you explain that to me in all this? So he was in the building, but we don't have video of him in the building.
We haven't recognized him in the video.
Law enforcement done any building by building search of the area surrounding?
That students that were barricaded themselves in were safe. We removed them, and they're now in a reunification center.
How far has that search gone into the residential area around Brown?
It's gone to all the buildings that we think that were affected by it. Any student that called us and said that they were barricaded and they didn't feel safe, those are the buildings that we checked.
Deputy Chief, does that video show a gun?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't show a gun? And also, Mayor, the President confirmed that all of the victims are students at Brown University.
I can't confirm that. I don't have that information to confirm.
Of course. That's what you just said, right?
That's what I've been told. Yeah.
That all of the victims, including the two that passed, are students at Brown University.
The last one who came in recently, I'm not sure.
Okay.
There was a question over here.
There was blood stains on the sidewalk of blood and clothing. Were all the shots done within the building, or were they shot outside?
Well, the incident took place inside the building.
Inside?
Yes.
There were blood stains and clothing outside the building.
Can you say
Where in the building did it happen?
Okay, so the ones
Happened
outside must
inside
have
of a
ran out.
classroom.
Do you know what floor?
First floor.
Has a weapon been found?
That makes it
wasn't in the video?
more likely that it's a targeted.
Have you talked to any of the
Sorry,
victims?
Steph.
Can you walk us through what you now know about the timeline of events? What time did the suspect walk into the building, and how quickly did he begin shooting? Did he go straight for the classroom? Was it the students who were taking finals?
I don't know what the students were doing in this classroom. However, I don't also know how he entered the building that we're working on.
Okay, so you don't know that yet. And is the suspect of college age? Does he seem in the video?
He could be in his 30s, but we're not positive. That's our first inclination.
Pat.
Sir, can you speak to the type of presence from the
Yeah, that's weird.
that's on the ground?
Why would it? Well, I guess that'd be a
What type of personnel do you expect
doctoral student.
specifically tomorrow?
30.
Right now, we're working with ATF and the FBI, who are present right now. Those are the federal agents that we're working with.
Deputy Chief, but based on the bullets, Deputy Chief, do we know what kind of gun?
We don't have the gun identified yet, no.
What type of activity are they engaged in? Are they doing data collection, evidence collection?
Data collection, evidence collection, and video collection.
Go ahead.
How many other people were inside the classroom?
That I'm not sure of. I don't know how many students were in there.
President Paxton, could you maybe answer some of the questions about the Brown students? What was that class there for? Was it a final exam? You're the president, you must know.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't?
I don't know that.
Okay.
Sir, you had a question?
Yes.
Go.
So have the shelter-in-place orders or evacuation spread to other parts of the city? Because we've heard that happen at the mall.
No, they have not. The shelter-in-place has not changed. It remains in effect for the Brown campus and the surrounding neighborhood. City of Providence, you know if you live near Brown, that's where the shelter-in-place is in effect. It is not in effect in other neighborhoods because we have no reason to believe that there is any particular threat beyond the campus area at this time. As I mentioned at the press briefing before this, I'll reiterate right now. In this day and age, there is a lot of misinformation that can spread as it pertains to official updates regarding the shelter-in-place or any future announcements. Please follow the City of Providence official social media channels. We've also put out updates through our 311 system, but the City of Providence on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram will be updating throughout the evening. If that did not come from an official channel, then it is not official. Right now, the shelter-in-place is the same as it had been earlier, and it remains the same.
Mayor,
Please, Ed.
How is the shelter-in-place message being conveyed to the neighborhoods? Is it
I wonder if the shooter's an Asian person.
So we have all of the above.
And the reason I say that is because they arrested an Asian
We've conveyed it through
outside
our official social media channels.
early.
We've pushed it out through our 311 system, which is the city service system. We've been in touch with our city council leaders throughout the neighborhood, including our councilman John Gonsalves from this neighborhood, who have their own distribution channels through newsletters and such. And For all of you who are Rhode Islanders, you know this is a close-knit community. That is our strength, particularly in this moment. We are all in touch with our neighbors, we are all in touch with our loved ones at this moment, and we are sharing information as directly and honestly as we can, and we will continue to push out updates through those same various channels.
How long do we expect to be
Please, in the way back.
Is there any indication of when students were sheltering in place in public?
Do you know who it is, Saturn dreaming of Mercury?
There is no notification about when that might end because we will make that announcement when we feel like it is safe to do so. And so we don't have a timeline on that, and nor should we have a timeline on that. Safety is the primary concern right now, and bringing the responsible individual to justice is our top priority.
Is it your belief that there's just one suspect or people helping him? And if people are helping him, Deputy, what is your message to people that might be aiding, because it's been 6 hours and, you know, no one knows.
So he's unidentified, so we don't know if people may be helping him or not at this point.
But if you assume that, what's your message to anyone that may know who he is or helping him or hiding him?
They know who he is, please call us. As soon as
I ask
possible.
this with
Dan
all
and
due-
Steph.
I ask this with all due respect, Deputy Chief, just so I'm trying to process this so we can bring this person to justice. He was in the building, but we don't have video of him in the building, or we have video, we just don't know if it's him. Do you think that he went into a bathroom, got dressed, and then came out? And secondly, could the president of the university address, does anybody have access to that building? I mean, you can't go in a building without a pass key anywhere, so.
I'll take both of those. As has been said, and we'll say again, the video that we have and the video that we will be sharing when we conclude this update is of the suspect leaving the building.
Right.
We are combing through lots of video, both on campus, through private cameras. Providence Police, with the great assistance from our federal partners and others, is combing through any video we can find. And again, to the community, if you have some of those Ring cameras or other video that you think might be relevant, please call us and share it with us. We do not at this time have video that we have seen of the individual coming into the building or moving throughout the building, but that doesn't mean that we will not discover it. We are actively working this investigation as we speak. It has been a priority for us to give updates when we have them. That's why we're here right now. When we have more information, we will share it. As was reported at the earlier press conference from the provost, because there were exams taking place, the outer doors of the building were unlocked. There were sure to be doors inside the building that were locked and that require badge access, but the outer doors were unlocked because it was 4 o'clock while exams were taking place. That was reported earlier. That remains true now. Please, Steph.
Is there any reason to believe that the shooter is still in the area?
We don't know.
President Paxton, could you talk directly to the students? They've been on lockdown. What about meals? What if someone has a medical emergency?
Right.
If you could talk directly to the students right now.
President, if you could walk behind the stand.
That have been in
I mean, I know the students are anxious, and I know they're in very constant communication with loved ones and parents through social media and on their phones. If we hear that students need support, if they have a medical issue or something like that, we will address it. Our major priority right now is for their safety.
President Paxton, could you confirm that several of the victims were on the women's lacrosse team?
I cannot confirm that.
President, how are you doing today, processing all this?
Yeah, it's hard to process. I was on a plane to DC when it happened and flew right back, and I'm catching up right now.
President, with all due respect, 6 hours after the shooting, and you said you don't know what was going on in that classroom, how does that happen? Were they taking an exam?
Anytime somebody says with all due respect, they have no respect.
I don't know.
6 hours later, you're the president, and you don't know.
I do not know.
Mayor,
That's
do they
kind of
have any shell
concerning.
casings or as evidence as a result of any determination that made about the style of weapon?
Yes, there's shell casings, but we're not going to release any.
I agree with
specific
the
information
person.
about that type of evidence.
As more time goes by, do you think that without having the identity of the suspect, do you think that aids in his ability to get further away from law enforcement?
As I mentioned, we've got over 400 officers on the ground right now. Every minute matters. We know every minute matters. And other than the people you see standing behind you, everyone else right now is out on the streets working hard to bring this individual to justice and to bring some confidence and safety and security to our residents. And that's what all the people who should be doing are doing that are focused on. We will continue to provide updates as they are available. We will continue to do regular briefings. Please stay informed to our press list. If you are not on our press list, please let us know. You can find any of the individuals back there who can sign you up for the press list. That's all the updates we have for this time. We will share the video that was referred to several times to that same list. So if you need to be on the email list, you can see Josh here, or a couple other staff people in the back. Thank you. Those are our updates for now. That's all the time we have, and we will be back here when we have more to share. We will continue to do regular updates. Thank you.
We'll play the video.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's sending the video?
Josh is going to send it.
Ah.
One second. Yes, of course.
They just lied. Yeah, we're going to play it at the end. Oh, yeah, get it from that guy.
Where? It's behind the WCBB one.
I can't see your.
In front.
Can you make sure you're on that press list and you see the video? Thank you.
Oh, God, there it was. Shut down phone. All right. I think I just sent it to the right guy. Hey, thanks, Saturn. Dreaming of Mercury. Yeah. That guy looked, I found him, I think. We'll see how it goes. I sent an email off to, I looked up the guy, a person with the first name that they gave for Providence, the city of Providence. Turns out the person that came up first was the communications director. And then I looked that up, then boom, I got that, and then I sent it over, and let's just see what happens. All right, we'll see what happens. Oh boy, how lame was that? Like, oh yeah, we got this video, we're gonna show it right at the end. Oh yeah, go ahead and send the guy an email. Whatever, man, what a joke these people are. Hey, thank Richard Watts. Appreciate it. I don't know what it is. Does it matter what's behind him? Okay, there's the New York Times here. Students remain locked in their dorms and classrooms as the police were searching for the shooter, described as a man dressed in black. The 8 injured victims were in critical condition. Now we know that there's 9. And that one I don't think is in critical because they just later went, oh wow, I've got some shrapnel from the bullet. Hundreds of police officers swarmed the streets near Brown University late Saturday, knocking on doors and shining flashlights into parked cars in search for a gunman who opened fire on students in a campus building, killing 2 people and injuring 9. Kind of reminds me of the one in Virginia. Remember Virginia Tech shooting. I think that, I don't know if this person's an Asian person, but what do you guys think? Like early on, they said they had a person in custody and they had arrested an Asian person, a man, and maybe it turned out, okay, that's not the person. But what made them arrest that person? Was it that a description was given by survivors around that said, oh yeah, this guy, and they described, and then that ended up in that false arrest or whatever? I guess we'll have to wait and see in the surveillance video. These are like, you know, back in time. You know, so 8 minutes ago, though many restaurants and businesses in Providence closed early, including the downtown mall, Mayor Smiley said the shelter-in-place order was only for Brown's campus and the surrounding neighborhood. We have no reason to believe that there is any particular threat beyond the campus. The deputy Providence police chief said the shooting took place inside a classroom on the engineering building first floor. No weapon has been recovered. So is this whole building engineering? Ah, there it is. School of Engineering. So it's over here. Maybe the person even went in this side too. That like the School of Engineering. I wonder if it looks like that, just kind of open. But hey guys, if you're out there and you have the ability to help support the channel, that would be great. Thank you. Well, they're going to send out a video here pretty soon, so I'm hoping I get it. I mean, I emailed the guy. They said to email, give me your email, but, you know, who the hell knows. I sent it to the right person, though. I think. What did they say his name was? Shit. Oh yeah, that's it. His name was Josh. I think I sent it to the right place. We'll just see. I mean, I don't know if I get miraculous. Usually we don't get it. But everybody keep an eye out, like on Fox News or some other places that might get it first. Thank you, Timothy Cecil. Well, they do have a video of the guy, Zozo, so they are releasing that. And so that means they aren't on a very good trajectory of finding and knowing who the person is, because it's sort of like in the the Charlie Kirk shooting. They released the image because they didn't have any other way, they couldn't figure out and track him quickly. And that actually led to somebody identifying. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Hey, thanks again. Saturn dreaming of Mercury. So what was it that you were saying up above? That you had another incident like that? I mean, you remember the Virginia Tech shooting? Seems kind of similar to that, though, how he went in, and I don't know if he had people line up or anything, but, you know. Man, what do we do until we get the video? Hopefully he sends it. I mean, I think the odds are low. I'm not NBC or something like that. Oh, that's what somebody was talking about. Can we all stop and give thanks to Candace Owens and her sources have zero credibility? They have been signaling that a 9/11 style attack is coming the second week of December. Save this tweet, it will age well. Where? Where is it? What the hell are you talking about? You talking about today? That's not a 9/11 style attack. Yeah, why is everybody trashing Erica Kirk, you know? It's just ridiculous, you know? Yeah, that Tyler Robinson, I do agree with her here. I saw the lip reading of Tyler Robinson. It was, what a joke. It wasn't even, I mean, it wasn't even close to what he was saying. None of his facial expressions or anything matched. So, hey, I agree with something Candace Owens said. But now she can't be the voice of reason. She's the type of person that would put something like that out. Alright. Anyways, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. You know, somebody earlier mentioned something about that one of the, like, Twigs and those guys mentioned the 13th or 14th, and then now there's something on the 13th, but I don't know if that, you know, nobody proved anything to me. What are you referring to, Richard? I've already gone over the whole street thing. He just came out of the building over here. Right there. Remember, I showed like he probably came out of, you know, one of these doors, either the door there or likely, you know, maybe this one over here. And that's Hope Street. Yeah, it's probably a camera near the door inside. Nope. Hasn't sent it yet. Man, it's been a lot of hours today on here, and I think that's, I mean, combining the shows, we're still, I'd say, only at like 70%, which is, I guess people just don't like these when, you know, when you cover this stuff. The last couple times I've covered this stuff, it's been kind of spotty, you know. Not sure why. Seems like it'd be interesting. There are cameras everywhere, even in the hallways of apartment complex. Omar, what's the name of what? What are you referring to, Saturn? I mean, what are you saying? You keep sort of alluding to something and nobody knows what you're saying. Omar was the name, I believe. When? I mean, where's the comment that you're responding to?
Omar what? What are you guys talking about? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You guys are just typing in Omar was the name. I don't know what that means.
Attention Rescue 5 is still on. That's Rescue 5, 54 East Street.
It was the alleged Discord group who predicted Kirk's assassination. Yeah. The group was called Omar? They didn't predict anything. They knew. Okay. I mean, there's these people out there saying, you know, they're really certain about the next day.
That's Rescue 5, respond to 54 East Street, second floor. 73, 9-year-old female with a fever. That's Rescue 5, respond to 54 East Street, second floor.
I think at this point we're just kind of waiting for the video.
Time out is 2209.
Yeah, we definitely could use some channel memberships in here. And also, if you guys know somebody that's, you know, one of the freaks out there that's struggling for the holidays, maybe you could let me know on, send me an email or something, and I can send them some money so they can do shit for Christmas. I know that. We know, Sarah. Sarah, we watched the damn thing. He even said that they were going to play it. And then he said they were going to release it. And now I've emailed the guy that has the footage and haven't heard back yet. Well, we can't say, I mean, usually they catch these people, but let's see the video before we get too positive.
In service 2211. Roger, Rescue 5.
12th of December, well, that was yesterday. Didn't work. So we'll see. You know, apparently this guy's going to be sending links out, but I'm merely emailed him, so it's not going to be the way that they wanted it. They were probably going to load up a whole bunch of emails, type them in, and then send them all out, and not check the emails. Oh, by the way, I just want to show you guys one other thing. Remember that the video that I made today debunking the crazy lunatic Tweety Bird, whatever the hell his name is? This is what he really did. Watch this. He went like this. Hold on. Yeah, so he thought he was really clever, and he found this little spot right here, right? And he zoomed in, and you notice how that really isn't anything? You can't see shit in there. There's just one little dark spot. And then he zoomed in, and he goes, wow, ooh, look at this. And then he cut over and replaced it with the one from earlier, this one. It was even worse than what I said. He was deceiving his viewers. Then he went back and he took, let's see, that one. Then he replaced it with this one right here and made it seem like after he did some, like, photo
smoke covering the
manipulation or whatever. This is what he got, and it's not. He just replaced the square over the top of the other one. I mean, absolutely ludicrous stuff, man. I just don't understand. I mean, isn't that crazy that you would do that? Like, you would literally try to trick your viewers that much by literally taking this image right there, and then later claiming that in this one right here, after he adjusted the lighting and stuff, that's what it came up with. Give me a break. Oh my God.
Responding companies are assigned channel 3. That's 3, ladder 6 and 2. Special hazards rescue 8. Shining through the safety kind. Responding 1 valley.
But hey guys, if you're out there, if you could please consider supporting the channel, that would be fantastic. I would like to give out channel memberships to people to try to get more channel members here. We're currently for today at about 70% of just a basic low-end goal. So if we could continue to support the channel today, that would be fantastic.
Rescue at your location.
Guessing, but I think we're gonna see if the whole video, somebody a hoodie that you can see. I know, we're just waiting for the video now. And who's gonna put it out first? You know, what channel out there? I did request it. They said, hey Josh, you gonna take this? So I looked up Josh, Providence, got his email, send it in, and he's a communications person, so the likelihood of that not being him is 0. And so I sent it, and we'll see.
15 and ladder 5, that's on your 15 ladder 5. As the fast company, 1 valley, only tower.
Thanks, Saturn, Dreaming of Mercury. Now, somebody else other than him, if you could please help support the channel with memberships and whatnot, that would be awesome.
Nothing showing investigating.
Thanks, Saturn. Yeah, here you go. I don't... They...
Roger, 22.
Cross streets are Broadway and Sansucci Drive. Responding companies are assigned channel 3. Acknowledge on channel 1. As engine 15 and ladder 5, respond to 1 Valley Street. Only towers is a fast company. Calls to the smoke on the cross street is Broadway and
That's pretty cool. Look at that.
Responding companies are assigned channel 3. Acknowledge on channel 1. 2216. 16 respondents.
I think they're way out of the area at this point. We came in, went this way, and they did go that direction, but, you know. I mean, there's a bridge that goes over right there. There's anywhere. I mean, might have just had a car over there and then drove out and then went over this bridge, and, you know, we don't even know where they're from. They could be from 1,000 miles away. I mean, look at these crazy people. Who was the guy... Just recently, what did he do? The ISIS guy, or whatever he was. Yeah, the ISIS Syrian. Yeah, he shot the 2 all the way from the state of Washington. He drives all the way over to D.C. and shoots 2 National Guard members. And guess what? It did turn out that he was being blackmailed by ISIS back in Afghanistan. They had his family or something. I don't know what I would think about that. I don't think as negatively. I mean, it's shitty, but I mean, if that's the case, what do you guys think? I don't feel as like I don't have the same level of, oh my God, yeah, execute the guy, do this and this and this. I mean, what would you do in a similar situation? Like, you could go call the cops, and then they go, hey, and then all of a sudden your family's killed by ISIS. You know, maybe they'd kill them anyways, but I don't know. I don't think, you know, just... I mean, I guess the fact that you even did it at all... But why were you yelling Allah Akbar? I'm not even sure I believe the story. If you just had to do that because you were, you know, being threatened, why would you need to go all the way through and start yelling Allah Akbar and all that crap? So I guess we'll have to wait and see on that. Right, it is different. Doesn't have the same feel to it when it's like that. All right, let me check my email over here. No, still nothing. You'd think, I mean, Fox News went over to some other show. Why wouldn't they just keep covering it until they got the... We know 62 sketch. You seem to completely miss the concept of what I was talking about. Let's see.
Affirmative.
Yeah, for me it's sort of like remember that one case we've talked about 1,000 times, but it was the father of a kid learning karate, and the instructor had kidnapped him, and the father had heard that he was sexually assaulted by the karate instructor. So the father waited in an airport next to a phone booth, then turned around and blew the brains out of the karate instructor while he was being led back to, face charges. And then the father got charged with murder, and he was basically given 5 years of probation. The jury didn't want to, they would have done the same thing, they said. And so there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, that's about as first-degree murder as you can possibly get. That he went to the airport, waited for him to get off the plane, sat by a phone booth, then pulled out a gun and shot the guy in the head. That's first-degree murder. But the jury and the judge all had sympathy because they probably felt like they would do the same thing if that was their kid. Okay? That was the concept 62 sketch. So try to use your brain every once in a while when people are discussing things.
All companies operating a repeat dealer for Engine 8, Ladder 6, and Battalion 2 at 2221.
Let's see, what do we got here? There's a YouTube guy who's evidently connected as a press contact, so thinking he'll be among the first to get the video. Now you can send me an email if you want. And Vroom. Here's my email. Send me an email. I'll go check it out. Right there. Oh, wait a minute. No. You want to see what a daddy long leg looks like, Lisa Belson? Okay, here it is. Let's see. Daddy long. We have tons of them over here. Like that. That's a daddy long leg. Hey, good to see you. I haven't seen you for a few days. Right there. No, spiders are the weirdest damn things ever, man. Just think how absolutely foreign they are to anything else. Just totally build these little webs. And then a fly gets them, and they run over, grab it, and spin them around. And... Well, there's one right there. There's a daddy long leg, Lisa Belson. All right. Well, there you go. There's a picture right there. Did you see it?
5040 for fire alarm.
What do you mean? Look at super chat. Where? What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean, Alley K.
Arts Center box number 1814, back in service, diesel footers.
Yeah, we're currently at 1/10 of the goal on this show, and the previous show was only like 50%. Oh, what the heck? There's Lisa Belson with 10 memberships. All right.
They can respond to Brook Street to pick up their thing.
What are you referring to, Alley Cake, when you went, look it? Did somebody someone in that I missed?
Roger.
Anyway, thanks so much there, Lisa. Very kind. If you have any other ones you want me to pull up on the screen, let me know. I'll do it. I used to catch grasshoppers and then throw it into a spider web just to see and watch how they... It's just so wild how they do it. I've actually seen it where they... You throw it in there, they kill the insect, and then they cut like a vertical opening, and then they pull it up to the top really quick, and then they... You know, it's just like... It's just crazy to me. Oh, not because it's a great, awesome channel. It was a makeup for the daddy long legs. Oh, I see. That's what the comment was. You said, look at super chat. Jesus. Why don't you just type in what you're saying? Here, I'll put it up there again. There it is right there. All right. That's a daddy long leg right there. They're all over the place. They seem kind of benign, like they don't really do anything. They just kind of walk around. Right there. I have, yeah. You should go back and watch my Missy Beavers videos. I do some really good ones. Surveillance footage. I track it all the way around the building and completely nailed everything in there. It just like... I think the person walks like a woman in that one. Shoes are too big. It's almost like they're wearing some kind of costume that didn't even fit them. You know? Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Daddy long leg. Yeah. Let's see, hold on. Let me look and see where they are. I'm your Huckleberry. Believe it or not, I like -3 subscribers on my debunking video. What a bunch of losers. Like, you're actually... That's mean that you debunked something that was totally fake that I believed. Good riddance. See you later. Yeah, like this one right here. Here, let's look at this one. I'll actually send this to you while we're waiting. We're just sort of waiting for the surveillance to come out. But here's the Missy Beavers one. I guess this one is like 2 hours and 40... What the heck? Or right underneath the awning. Or here's, well, these what kind of music is that? Holy shit. That's garbage. Hold on.
Rod, Ranger 2228.
I don't even know if I made a video on it. I made live streams though. That's the thing. I'll give you the live stream if you want to go back and watch it. Are you interested in that?
However you want, man. Rod, however you want. 2229.
I've done it 3 times. Two of them are exactly the same. Yeah. Like they're just a repeat of the same. All right, here it is right there. There's your Missy Beavers link. I go over all the surveillance in like 2 hours and 40 something minutes. I could do it way quicker than that now though. That was mainly. Oh, the super chat was covering it again. Anyways, I just put the link down there. If you want to look at the Missy Beavers thing, it's in the chat there. Come on, you guys. Where the hell is the surveillance? Well, it's still not out there.
Roger, 11-5, 2230.
Richard Watts. Sex, money, drugs. Most crime have that in them. Yeah, you got that right. I remember a minute ago I said, yeah, send me an email with the link of the channel. They didn't send it. You know, so it's just never, it doesn't exist half the time. You know, I gave you the email to send me the channel that apparently might get the video. They didn't do it. I don't know. I don't know who that is. Never heard of Brent Turvey. I think, you know, over time, I think we're pretty good at profiling. Don't you think? Like, just over time, we've done so many cases that we, you know, you just can tell. I don't know how to explain it. Like, thousands of cases that we've done, and it just feels like we just, you know, every time we go over cases, we discuss things, and then all of a sudden later you hear a profiler talk about it, and we go, oh, that's, yeah, we already said all those things. It's just kind of sort of interesting how that works. But nobody cares what you say unless you have a degree that or experience where you officially got called one. That's the problem. So you have to have a guest on that says exactly the same thing that you said so that people go, oh, wow, that's so interesting. And then when they're saying it, you go, yeah, I said all those same things. Yeah, but they're, you know, it's frustrating. Oh, you saw that one? Did you see what I just said a minute ago? I did get it. I got the part that I got wrong was, well, it wasn't really wrong because he used the image that I showed, but what he did was even worse. I blew it. I could have got it. I mean, he took this image right here, and then later, after he pretended, he goes like this. Oh, now look. Look it right here, watch. Right there, look. See, he took a picture and then right here, and then he zoomed in on this right here. And he goes, now look it, I'm enhancing it. And then he put, on that shot right there, he put the other image that was over here, that one. He put that one over the top of that. And made it look like by enhancing it, it showed up with that one. That's even worse. So it's not even like you took the video and you went, oh, wow, and you just completely misinterpreted it, which obviously, they actually went to a different part and then intentionally overlaid a different thumbnail from a different location. That's even way worse. So it's almost like I need to do an update on that. I might do an update tomorrow. Sorry, everybody. I have to do an update on the... I'm going to do it. I got to do it.
2234.
It's even worse than I thought, you guys. This is what he actually did. I'm going to show it where it's... I'm going to do it, like really technically. I do screenshots and show it and that kind of thing. I feel like, didn't you do this yesterday? Yeah, but now I'm showing it's even worse. And then I'm going to keep going. Every video the person makes is false. Not one shred of... Like I said before, there's truths in there. Like, hey, this is Officer Snyder's body camera. But hey, guys, if you're out there, if you have the ability to help support the channel, that'd be great. I know, Christmas and everything's coming up. If you can't do it, that's awesome. But, it's no big deal. What we're going to try to do, though, I'm trying to get names. Like, if you know somebody in here that's struggling, let me know. And then I'll try to send them. Maybe I can send them a few hundred here and a few hundred there to help them out for the holidays. So... yeah, there might be some people that show up in the chat and they're here all the time. I don't want to do it to people that are never here. It'd be people that are here that need help. And those people that watch all the time and they can't support the channel because they can't afford to. And it'd be nice to maybe try to help them during the holiday. All right. What I didn't like is I've tried this before, and these people that I've never heard of, they're like, "Hey, Greg, and it's just really frustrating. They don't even show up to the show. They don't talk. They don't. Now, what am I looking at that? Oh, hey, thanks, Saturn Dreaming of Mercury. Oh yeah, it looks like Lisa Belson did a freak challenge. She'll donate 5 channel memberships if 5 of the rest of you donate 1. You just have to donate 1, like Steve did there, and then she'll donate 5. So it's 2 for 1 on your end, basically.
Roger.
So that'd be cool. Thanks, guys. And thanks, Stephen Connerly. And Saturn Dreaming of Mercury.
307.
Hey, Saturn Dreaming of Mercury, did you send yours in based on what Lisa Belson said, or are we still need 4, I think. I think they're for channel memberships. Oh, there's Timothy Cecil. And I want to thank all the freaks for giving memberships out to... It's almost like Christmas every day in here for these other people that don't have memberships. And it also supports the channel equally as if you sent in a 5, Like if you send a $5 bill or $5 super chat or a $5 gifting and membership, it's the same. But it also... hey, look at that. Saturn Dreaming of Mercury did 5, and then... There we go. I guess we did it. That's pretty amazing. Thanks, guys. Very cool, very cool. Saturn Dreaming of Mercury. All right. Hey, maybe we should do... what do you guys think if we did a Missy Beavers... Go back over that surveillance footage again. I have it somewhere.
Roger, 2238.
All right, Saturn dreaming of Mercury, Cecil. Well, there you go. You guys did it. You guys got to the challenge. That was a quick one. A quick challenge there. And thank you, Lisa Belson. Mrs. Daddy Longlegs herself. Mrs. Daddy Longlegs herself. There you go. Welcome all the new freaks out there. Thanks, Joel Burnt. Earl, I'm going to send an email out really quick.
Operations to Rescue 2. Lou, what's your status over there at the reunification center? Are you in active operation? Negative. We are inactive. Operations to Rescue 2. You can go back in service.
Hey, Alley Cake, how come you have so many different email addresses? I mean, you're just like... Oh, never mind. Alright, I just sent you an email, Alley Cake. Go check it out. Send it back. And give me the answer. Don't be arguing with me in there. Just send me the answer. Just had like a... There we go. Still don't have the email back, you guys. Man, I was hoping I could just get really lucky. Send it right to that guy and he'd send it in. I mean, let's go look at. This is playing from Broadcastify, but let's just see what you know. Maybe there's some other. If it's still not in the top, then top feeds. Now it's back to Marion, Indiana. Every night, Marion, Indiana is huge on there, and now Rhode Island's like a mile. It's not even. There it is. You got 364. Listening. Oh, you know what we could do? Hold on. Let's do flight radar, man. Maybe those suckers are over there. Yeah, helicopter there. Here, I gotta go, let's do it. Okay, so that's pretty easy. Right there. Yeah. Look at that, huh? You don't think that that's exactly what this helicopter is? I think that's even the building. Look at this. That helicopter is absolutely looking in the area. Hey, thank you, Saturn Dreaming of Mercury. Thank you. Wow, you guys are so amazing. You put so many details into your videos with timelines and maps and 3D renderings. How long does an average video take you to make? Well, I mean, like the one I made today took maybe a couple hours, but you know, those other ones, after you've built the models and whatnot, you can make them pretty quick. The animations take a while because you have to render them, and so maybe I'll render it overnight, and the next morning I have the video, and then it takes a while to put them together. But people don't like that anymore. They just want the quick bells and whistle sort of conspiracy theory. You know, what's really entertaining, has no possibility of being true at all, but boy, it sure sounded good. That's what people love. Not you guys, though. All right, let's see. Watch this, and you can actually look from inside the helicopter. Now, is that ocean down there, or just... Nah. For some reason, you can't see it that time. There it is. I think it's because it's dark. And let's see, who is this one? Airbus helicopter. N617TV, private owner. So maybe it's a news outlet, I don't know. But man, that's a lot of circling. And then right in the center is that building, and he escaped out this side over here. There's Hope Street. So it's interesting. I mean, whenever you get these helicopter things, you can always find the center, the epicenter, based on the helicopter circling. Well, I sent it to the email that you just sent me the other day, Alley Cake. That email address. I don't know if that's the one. I'll send it to you another one. I don't know. I'm not sure which one. You send me an email, Alley Cake, and I'll respond to it. Hey, thank you, Franca Romano. Okay. Franca Romano. Did I get that? Franca Romano. All right. It's hard for me to know where things cut off when there's no spacing, you know. Yeah. Yep, you got to do clickbait. You know what? Didn't you like my thumbnail today? It was actually, I mimicked his thumbnail perfectly. It's the same thing. It looked exactly the same. I mean, not exactly. You know, it has my own flair or whatever, colors and whatnot. But it's got the circle and the little thing in the middle. It's body. You know, the whole thing. I mean, he's just like a used car salesman YouTuber. Same philosophy, everything. It's crazy. All right, we're waiting. Nope. I doubt I'm going to hear back. Why don't they just upload it themselves on Twitter, for example? Idiots. I mean, just... Wouldn't you want to get that out as soon as possible? Here, let's go back in time on this. Let's see, we can go playback, and then it's right now it's 3:45 a.m. UTC time, so that must mean I don't know. It's weird. Actually, no, it's not. If I start to playback, that goes back earlier in the day. There's that same one. I think they're 5 hours UTC. Oh, there's 2 of them here. Now I can't remember. Where is the damn thing? Isn't that weird? It's like spray painting it. I'm not sure why it's doing it like that. That must have been early on. It says the 14th. Let me go back. It's got to be way earlier. Yeah. UTC time. So I think it's 5. What time did this happen today? Because they're usually -5. So that would make it. So that's 20. UTC. And over here it would be 15, which would be 3 o'clock. So I mean, it's like 7 hours ago, right? So this is 3:30, so we'd have to go back to so it's 3:30, 1:30, yeah. 23:30, 10:30. So it's really kind of like around in this time frame. Ish. Yeah. Sent what? What'd you send? I don't know. Oh, you sent the video? Where is it? It was on X. So it did make it onto X. Oh boy, that's gonna be a nightmare. Hey, thanks. And of course, it's the shittiest version you could ever imagine. I'm sure the real one doesn't look anywhere near as grainy as that. Let me see. WPRI. Let me go get that. Hold on. Doesn't seem to... Like, where are they playing this at? Did they upload it, or is it just they was on their live stream?
Providence Police, as well as our federal partners in the FBI and the ATF. We're talking to we're talking in the ATF.
This is live, it
talking
says.
to
Are they doing another press conference?
At this time, and delving into any video that's in the area.
I told you the road earlier, but you must have just asked and then left right when I answered. It's on Hope Street, right here. Hope Street. So the person probably came out and then turned... Well, let's just look at it. Hold on a second. Just hold on a second. All right, see, let's look at that. Yeah, that's not where it is. Now it could be right over here. He's going around a different corner. Maybe that wall right there. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Right there. See that light pole? The wall looks right with the grass. Let's see, should be a tree right there and another light pole. And there's the tree, there's the light pole. Okay, so right there. Man, I'm fast at this shit now. Man, the FBI should hire me just like, hey, figure out where this is. You know? Let's see. Right here, that's where the surveillance is. Yeah, so what we're looking at then is, here is where, like, he probably exited right around in this area. Then he came all the way down here, and they've literally got a camera, it must be on this building right there. On that house. Or whatever this is, and it's filming, you know, where it's filming from, I don't know. Oh, there it is, right there. Now they've got the same 360-degree cameras. Where'd you post it? See, that doesn't help me out by just saying, hey everybody, I just posted. What does that mean? Tell me where I'm supposed to look. Yeah, we've got it right here. Zozo just posted it, but I want to have the clearest version of it. Not the version that somebody screen records and then throws it on YouTube. So where do I get that? Elbow Coffee. Yeah, you can't post links in YouTube chat. So if I give you my email here, will you put it in there? Right there, there's my email, so send it to that, and then I'll have it. Oh, okay, you put it there. All right. Let's see. Is it clearer than the one that's on the screen? Right there? Or? It's the same one, yeah. All right, I want to get the clear version. Everybody's putting up, well, I mean, it does look like it's a screen record. See that? That's a screen record. I'm sure that they have the video that they're releasing. Somebody put it on a screen, they filmed it, and then put it out. But they're sending the video to people. So that I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. See this software over here? That means that this is playing on a computer and then somebody screen recorded with their cell phone, which dramatically ruins the quality, makes it blurry. If you took... So this is a file being played, and that's what they're sending out to people, where it loses zero quality. It's literally 100% copy. Okay, well, thanks for sending that over, Elbow Coffee Cup. Let's see if we can find... I want to have, like, the file. Thanks, Jeannie Darcy. Because if you have the file, you might be able to do a little bit more. So this looks like sort of a stocky white guy. And a little, you know, like a... I mean, just the way he's moving around just seems like he's a white guy. I don't know. Could be totally wrong. I mean, the guy in the DC bomber guy, like, I mean, I thought that was like a female the way they were moving around, but it's pretty crazy. Let's see, did I get wait. Yeah. Everybody keeps sending the same exact footage, so I'm sort of wondering, is that what it is? Oh, so, you know, maybe that is what they've got. It could be that they went inside to the, where this is, right here, in this building, and said, hey, can we get that footage? And they filmed it. And then they released that. So maybe that is all the clarity we're going to get. Unfortunately, then I have to record it again to have it. So that's why I'd sort of like to have at least the original. All right, I just sent you back the email, Alley Cake. Don't ask questions. Don't do anything. Just give me what I'm asking for. All right. Well, tell you what. I guess that's what we're going to have to do then. Hold on a second. Just a minute. Let me get rid of my picture there. I'll change the... Let me change the title over here. Alright. So we got that. Let's make it big, and then I'm going to... Of course he covered his face. I mean, it felt like... So it was still daylight out when this happened. Man, I wish I was a person in charge of every bit of surveillance that's ever released. I would do it so differently. I would release a much longer clip, as wide out as I could possibly have. Anyways, it gets really frustrating after a while. All right. Hold on. Just trying to get this. Alright, now we have it in Adobe Premiere. Because I think right when he comes in, you can almost see his face a little bit. See, that's the first frame they gave us. Why would you do that? Okay, so that's interesting. I mean, what's interesting now is we know for certain that he headed east, right? Like before he comes out here, we don't know, did he come down here? You know, blah, 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 blah. So now he comes out and he goes this way and then he goes that way again. So, you know, we can literally put something in here, you know, just kind of go like this, and then he goes around and then he turns right going this way. So now that's something, you know, at least it's something showing you a direction of some sort. Yeah, we know it's Waterman. Thank you. I don't, you know, we're all just watching, looking at the map. We've gone over this a million times, you know. This is where they put all their staging, etc. So he goes that direction, down Waterman, and then who the hell knows where he goes after that. Probably to a car, and then, you know, like, I wouldn't be surprised at all if he had a car on a side street over here, and then he takes that vehicle, drives out, and goes right over this bridge, and he's out of here. You know, whatever is easy to get to that. Yeah, I mean, look how simple that is. You come down this direction, have a car parked maybe on a side of a street right here, right? Then you go forward, turn right onto Angel Street, and then Angel Street, let's see. From Angel Street, right here, you can turn right, and it's still Angel Street, so you stay on Angel Street, right there, and it goes right over the bridge, and you're gone, like in 2 seconds. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he did. It'd be weird if he lived over there, because it's kind of a smaller area where you could, you know, figure things out. I mean, he can be anywhere, you know, this direction, that direction, but he did go that way, and so that's where they should be focusing on various cameras. So if you go down to Street View, let's say right here, the camera that filmed him was right there, and I'm sure that camera picks him up for a while as he's walking down here. And you gotta, you know, I would assume that some of these guys here, looks like maybe that's a camera, could be a light, but maybe a camera. Then you kept going down here. Those are lights there. It's possible that they're a combination, but and there's look like lights. Come down here. Anyways, you are correct there. And Vroom. It is Waterman. I think that's the name of one of the victims, isn't it, in the Lisk case? Can't be a coincidence. I wonder like I bet we were the first people to identify right where the surveillance came from. How much you want to bet? Yeah, I mean, there's got to be, I bet you there's a ton of cameras that picked him up walking down over here. A lot of trees, though, you know. It's not the greatest thing in the world. These are going to have cameras. I would say certainly that's going to have one. This is probably going to have one. That might even be one. I don't think that is. So, you know, it looks like that one that we saw was a university house that had the 360 camera. And I actually think that that one is, I mean, that means like the university itself likely has a few. That's pretty quick work to get that one on the end of the street like that. It's fast. You know, I mean, I guess that's one of the ones on the street, but it's, you know, it's not right at where you exited. And there's traffic cameras here. So here's the thing. I mean, when that guy's walking and a vehicle drives by, those cameras are going to be able to pick him up, even though he's not the one that set off the motion. You get what I'm saying? So you have these cameras filming the street, so off to the side you'll see this guy walking, and you could get lucky that way. So for example, he's walking down here, let's say. Oh, there's a press conference on right now? I don't see it. You're going to have to send me a link. I thought I was watching that a minute ago. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a link to it. I see it. I see it. Look at. I see it. I see it. I don't see it. If you guys want to help, put a link in, one of the moderators, to go watch the press conference. When you say, hey, Gray, the press conference playing, it doesn't do me any good whatsoever, you know?
From this afternoon's horrific attack.
That's not the one.
Terrible act of violence in our community. In just a moment, we'll hear from our governor.
Yeah, I don't see anything live. Sorry. That's from a while ago. The one I'm playing. Yeah, I don't see anything live. I don't know what you're referring to. Sorry. Yeah, they've already had 2 press conferences already. It just doesn't do me any good. You guys understand that, right? Like to say, hey, great, the press conference is on. Well, I mean, where do I go? You know? Thank you for letting me know. I don't have... So far, I haven't found any place where every single one of the press conferences is played. It's sort of hit and miss. Wrong answer, Alley Cake. Give me the answer. I don't believe that there's a press conference going on. Man, you guys are dead as a doornail, man. There's no chatting. Again, we're back at that part where nobody is chatting. Okay, about 11:31. Okay. All right. Well, if you can somehow get me a link to where that's playing, that'd be great. I don't even know what live on 10 means. What does that mean? Live on 10. Yes. You know, what channel, what website is it? Okay, WPRI. All right, let's take a look at that one. Isn't that one from earlier, or is this a new one? That looks live.
Look for evidence, assess if there are additional cameras that may yield video evidence, and to do a visual search to help provide and ensure a sense of safety for our community.
Wow. That was too
having the
difficult
shelter in
to
place
get that.
allows them to do their work in the first phase of the investigation. And so we will notify the community through official Providence channels when the shelter is lifted, but it remains in effect to allow law enforcement to conclude and conduct this chapter of the investigation. I also want to speak directly to the fact that it is Saturday night. Tomorrow is Sunday, a week before Christmas, in a city with a lot of things going on. There are shows, a lot of families will be headed to church in the morning, and we, at this time, are not recommending that those events be canceled. It's a personal choice whether you want to cancel your holiday party, but we do not feel it is necessary. In the hours that have eclipsed since the initial shooting, we've received no additional credible information that there is any specific ongoing threat from this individual, and so we do not believe these events need to be canceled. We do believe you can safely go to church in the morning. In order to provide an additional sense of safety and comfort and confidence, there will be an enhanced and visible law enforcement presence throughout the community tomorrow. We want people to know that there are hardworking men and women in law enforcement there for their protection and safety. And it's been a blur of the last couple of hours, but I would like to reiterate our deep gratitude for how hard law enforcement is working right now.
Thank you for the
They will be up and
WPRI
out
link.
all night tonight
Or
and throughout the day
comment.
tomorrow, and will remain hard at work until the individual responsible is brought to
Ed
justice.
Summer.
But tomorrow, on Sunday, you will see police officers throughout the city, and we are receiving and relying on and grateful for the assistance from the state police and our neighboring communities, all of whom have offered to help. We know this is a scary time, but we also know that tomorrow there is some business that needs to get done. People want to take their kids to church in the morning, and we want them to feel comfortable doing so. Those are the updates that I have to share. I'd like to invite Governor McKee to share a few words. Then we'll hear from Colonel Perez, Chief of the Providence Police Department, and then we'll take your questions. Governor?
Oh yeah, well,
So
Channel
I said
10,
earlier, the
there's a
unthinkable
Channel
has
10 in every
happened here
state.
in Rhode Island.
So that's why it doesn't
And
work.
our thoughts and prayers go to the people who have been personally impacted in the Brown community.
But you're right,
But
though.
also,
There was
we want to make sure that we recognize the state as coming together as a whole around this issue, Mayor, rallying around Providence, Brown University. As a parent, grandparent, we know that we have deep feelings right now in the state, but they're coming together, and I think that that's something that we can
Wow, you're
certainly
so
rally behind.
connected,
as we-
LA connections.
As we
Wow,
enter
you got
into
your
the second day.
Your belly button pierced on
At the
Thayer.
hospital.
Wow, wow.
Shout out to our nurses
Do
and
you know
our
the
medical
killer?
staff that is, taking care of 9 individuals right now. And also to the communities at large that have responded to you, Mayor, right? Whether they're coming from my hometown of Cumberland or all around the state
That's
of Rhode Island.
TMI, isn't it? Your belly
So
button
we're rallying
pierced
behind
on
one
Thayer.
another. We're going to continue
That's
that in day
hilarious.
2. The state pledges all its resources to the city of Providence.
She got her belly button pierced on
We'll partner
on
in,
Thayer.
continue to partner in with our federal officials as well to make sure that justice comes to the individual that pulled the trigger and caused death. And families that are going to have to deal with this for a lifetime. So I'm happy that that we're able to respond, but very sad about what we're responding to.
Thank you, Governor. Now we'll get a brief update from Colonel Oscar Perez, Chief of the Providence Police Department.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, as the Mayor stated, obviously, first and foremost, my thoughts and prayers to the family for losing their loved ones, especially in these times of the holidays that we all get together with our families. So beyond that, I'll tell you that when the call came in, immediately our officers responded. Providence Police was here within minutes. At that point, obviously.
Ah, jeez. They weren't letting you watch it. Is that right there? I can see it. Wait.
And provided extra personnel, extra resources. At this point, it's all hands on deck. And I'll tell you that it was said by the mayor and it was said by the governor. It will be our job to ensure that the individual is responsible is brought to justice. I think that as a father, as a brother, as an uncle, I think that we want to bring justice and sort of relief to these families. And again, my heart goes out to them. I'll tell you that the mayor mentioned about the shelter in place. It's important to keep that in mind. These are fluid, dangerous situations, and we need to make sure that operationally the police department can do their job. That's canvassing the area, identifying suspects if we need to, continue to stop vehicles if we need to. At this point, we want to make sure that everyone's safe, and then once we realize that that's the case, we'll make sure that that's lifted. Again, I thank the officers of this department that stepped up immediately and quickly. Do I wish that we would have been here prior? Absolutely. But I know for a fact the special response unit was here, our task force was here, narcotics was here, everyone that was working, including the commander, who drove here immediately. That goes without saying that this city is well protected and will continue to be well protected, and we will continue to ensure that we do what we need to do to bring those people in justice. And I thank the mayor for the support and everybody else that's here for that. So thank you. Yes. Yes, go ahead, John.
Just so we're clear.
Yes.
This individual goes into this classroom, this building, fires, and then exits. So nothing else on the campus, seems very targeted. Was there a student that flunked out of a class? Seems to be some connection, that building, that classroom.
Correct, and that's a great point, John, and I'll tell you that the Detective Division is looking into that. Obviously, Major LaPena is actually on the street right now, as well as the captains, and that's something that we need to look at, right? What was this building? Why was this classroom?
Hey, Alley Kick, check your email again.
At least to see what type of resources they have in the building so that we can utilize to find the evidence that we need to follow and identify who this individual was.
One quick follow-up. When you look at that video,
yes,
he's going right down Waterman, comes up Hope Waterman. What does that tell you? He seems fairly calm. He's not running. He's walking at a brisk pace. Your background, what does that tell you about this suspect?
I'll tell you this individuals, you see it nationwide. You never think it would happen here in the city of Providence, but that's the dynamic actions that they do. And it's exactly what you saw, and it's something that we have to investigate further to figure out who this individual was. But we'll take that into account. Go ahead, Pat.
Chief, could you reach out to the Spanish-speaking community and give us some type of words so we can direct it to those folks?
Yes, yes, I'll say in Spanish. Muchas gracias, verdaderamente, mis condolencias para las personas. Es muy importante a las familias que perdieron sus hijos, sus hijas, y también los que les pasó algo esta noche. Pero quiero que entiendan que el Departamento de la Policía de Providence va a continuar haciendo lo que necesitan hacer. Estamos acá con las diferentes agencias federales y también con...
This is where I get frustrated with this. It's like, if you come to our country, your first priority is to learn English and be able to communicate with the people here. We shouldn't have to have somebody explaining something like this.
401
Stupid.
652-5763, y ese es el Departamento de la Policía de Providence. Y también el FBI tiene otro website en el cual, si tú tienes cualquier tipo de evidencia, como cualquier tipo de fotos o cualquiera que tú pienses que puede ser importante, lo puedes mandar al departamento, a un website que es la fbi.gov, la raya de atrás, Brown University Shooting. Ahí puedes encontrar, y si necesitas más información, llama al departamento que ahí te la vamos a dar. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you, Pat. Just pretty much, just go ahead.
Is there a
At this point, no, but I'll tell you that we have the resources that we need and equipment that we need based on the technology that we recently purchased with the assistance of the mayor to make sure that the department can provide those resources. Go ahead.
Brown sent out a map of the perimeter for the shelter in place. How did that location come to be, and what information do you have to have that perimeter for this shelter?
So this is fluid, right? And that's where it happened. That's where it's maintained. That's where the department is concentrated. That's where we want to make sure we have operational control of that area. It's fluid, it's dangerous. We want to make sure that that's the area that we're concentrating at this point because that's where it occurred.
Is there also a reason to protect that area?
Well, in the sense of that's where it occurred. We're still fresh. Again, I just told you earlier that we're canvassing the area. We want to make sure.
Hey, thanks, Lisa Belson. Wow, thank you.
Sure that we're not going to every door. We want to make sure that we identify anything, any evidence that we may need to collect. It takes time. It's ballistics that we may need to seize. It's all part of the evidence, and we want to make sure that we have the time, resources, and the space that is untouched so that we can seize the evidence that we need.
Is there no video from inside the classroom that would help people get a better look at it?
So that's the video that the mayor released earlier that we have, and we're looking at all the footage, and once we have more that is helpful, we're going to release it.
But I'm saying inside the classroom, inside the building, you know, because the video is him walking away.
Of course he covered his face.
There's nothing that shows his face.
It felt like, so this was still daylight.
This time we found no useful video from inside the building.
Mayor, as we enter hour 7 now, do we have any clearer picture as to what was going on in that classroom?
No. As was reported earlier, there were 2 final exams taking place in the building. Precisely what was happening inside that classroom, I don't have any further updates. I don't know if the provost does either. We heard from him earlier. This is Provost Frank Doyle.
Thank you, Mayor. This time of year, we have finals going on. I mentioned that earlier today. But in a building like that on a weekend, there are a lot of things going on. Study sessions, student groups meeting. There are research labs in that building. So we don't have detailed knowledge of exactly what was happening, but we're working with law enforcement. They're the ones who have to drive that investigation.
Provost, are campus happenings being canceled for tomorrow?
At this time, we will not be having final exams tomorrow.
Provost, what do you say to the parents?
Hey, by the way, Fox News, you had your little expert on, and they said, well, all kinds of people wear all black. I mean, we don't know if, No, that guy was wearing what he was wearing as a disguise. Is there anybody in here that doesn't think that? Look at this. That's exactly what this guy was doing. And there's no way you're going to say that's natural clothing. The guy's got a freaking black, like, balaclava on his face. He's got gloves on. He's got every single thing is black on there, and he didn't want to be identified. Of course, he covered his face. I mean, yeah. So the guy on Fox News now could still be targeted. But him wearing all black was intentional, so he's 50% wrong already.
From around the country that are watching this tonight that are scared for their children they send to your school to be safe. What do you say to parents tonight in the wake of this tragedy?
Yeah, this is, as the mayor and the governor pointed out, an unthinkable act, incomprehensible, right? None of us could.
He said it before they showed the video.
The parents.
That was his guess.
We've been in touch with the parents. The president's not here right now because she was at the hospital tending to the students, and she's now at the Nelson shelter-in-place location. We've communicated and put the word out to the parents. The perimeter that was spoken about earlier is part of a safe approach to managing the campus and getting students back in their dorm rooms. We'll continue to support them. That's our top priority.
I have a question for either the colonel or the representative from the FBI. Or either one.
Go ahead,
Colonel, Brown is, international students. Have airports been alerted? Is it possible right now someone is at an airport and they maybe notice someone suspicious? It could be a Brown student that committed this and is flying back to wherever they're from.
So we're working very closely with different agencies, as I mentioned, as well as the state police and every other, whether it's the airport, RIPTA, or any other Amtrak, anyone else that we think that they know already, and also we're following up, detectives following up with information if needed. We're checking everything that we can. That's part of our job and our mission, and we'll continue to do it. We've been, as you know, the city was the crime rate was down, obviously, as you know, and I really got full faith in my detectives and our detectives and Providence Police. So we'll continue to do what we need to do to inform everyone and request the assistance from others if we need to. So.
It's safe to say the gunman is not a student because he's in his 30s. Is that a fair statement?
So I'll tell you that we have someone of interest in that video, but that's all we have at this point. So I can't elaborate.
Somebody of
anything else,
interest.
so.
All right.
Yeah, we don't know whether the individual's a student or not.
In that video, it's hard to see the...
I think he walks pretty consistently on both sides.
He's holding something.
You've seen the video just like we have, and so
kind of waddle. Of course,
the video
he does waddle.
Unfortunately does not disclose
I don't
as
think
many
one leg's any different
identifiable
than the other.
or detailed features as we would like,
I mean,
which is why the investigation is
so this
ongoing,
was, it was
looking
still
for
daylight
additional
out when
footage, pictures, video that might help enhance our investigation. It's just impossible to say. So, as I mentioned, Pat, last question.
Last question. Quick notes from the gentleman from the FBI. Is the head of the FBI, Mr. Patel, aware of this, and what resources do you plan on bringing?
Yeah, his legs are the same on both sides. So.
No, absolutely. Ted Dock, Special Agent in charge of FBI Boston, which covers Rhode Island. Yes, we've brought every resource to bear here. We have tactical
I wish I was a person
individuals
in
here.
charge
We have
of
investigative. We have intel that also has integrated
every
with
bit of
the
what we
locals
said
here
earlier.
as well. We have also a
surveillance that's ever
reconstruction
released, I
team
would do it
flying
so
in from
differently.
D.C. to also be a part of that scene to help to figure out maybe what happened there. We have evidence response team here as well, and so we have the full breadth of the FBI integrated into this team.
He does
to
when he goes
try
around
to,
the corner, his left
find
leg,
out what
but
has
then it's the
happened
same
and
when he's
absolutely bring
walking.
this individual to justice.
Do you have confidence that you'll catch this guy, or do you have
So you're talking about when he goes around the corner, he swings his leg up, but when he walks straight, it looks like both sides are the same. So I don't know what that means. Or
And you've been listening to the latest news conference with Mayor Brett Smiley and Governor Dan McKee. The mayor
well,
off.
There you go. So I guess we didn't hear the first part, but it did sound like they have somebody a person of interest. So that's interesting. Is this guy going to look like Keegan Kline? Yeah, so where this is, if you're just getting here, it was, we got the location. I can even show you the camera and everything. So where he exited the building was on this side to Hope Street, and then made his way to right here, and he turned and went that way, and the camera is right up here, this one, right there. And so that filmed him walking that direction. Now there's other cameras likely up this street here, and I'm sure they followed those. I mean, I would think that they'd be able to track him right to a car. That's got to be like a pistol, right? Or not a pistol. Yeah, like a pistol or a revolver, something like that. Because that would fit into the jacket. I don't think you could have like an AR-15 in there. I mean, you could maybe break it down and put it inside, but it just doesn't seem like that, the way he's walking. But, his right hand is doing something. Is that because he's cold, or has he got a hand on a gun just in case, Let's see if that guy ever emailed me the damn thing. No. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe he's. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if he's got a weapon, it's in that right hand. He's not like, oh, I'm cold all of a sudden. He's got a glove on his right hand, and he's got that down there, and he's likely has it, and he's got it ready in case he's confronted by somebody to fire at them, but then nobody comes up to him because they didn't catch him, and he just walks away. I mean, it's actually really similar to Tyler Robinson, isn't it? He goes out the back way and he walks into the... I mean, to be honest with you, it's almost exactly the same, the way that worked. It's not an assassination. Tyler Robinson's is much more brazen, you know, like on a rooftop with a rifle and did all this other stuff. But if you look at this at the end, like Tyler Robinson jumps off the roof and goes not into the campus area. He leaves and goes into a neighborhood. And so that's kind of exactly what this guy's doing. He does the shots and then boom, he's out of here. And before you know it, he just sort of blends into a neighborhood over here. You know, I wouldn't be surprised at all at some point if he took off the shirt, the outer shirt and different things and just walked around and he looked like a different person. Yeah, I think the fact that schools cost $100,000 a year or something is a joke. Okay, it's embarrassing that we have stupid. I mean, it's just absolute garbage. Nobody there is any smarter than anybody else, and the weird part is it just costs $100,000 because your parents were rich or you got a scholarship because you fit into some kind of category that they wanted to give one to, and it's just disgusting. I mean, $100,000 for bullshit. You're going to get out of there and you're not going to make $100,000 your first year, your second year, your third year until, maybe, and then later you'll realize, wow, what a waste of time that was, and then you'll learn some other skill. Going to college should probably cost something like, especially in a state school, I would think like $1,500 a term at maximum. The reason it costs so much is because they pay all the money to the athletes, etc., and somebody's making a shitload of money, and it's being hidden because these universities are owned by the states. They don't own, it's not like they're making mortgage payments on them. They own them, and then you have a class like 100 students in some of these lecture halls, and they're all paying thousands and thousands of dollars. Where's that money going? I think it's a national embarrassment that we do this. And I think we should go back to having people more in the trades, get back to learning stuff like electricity, how to, just how to, electricians, plumbers, welders, how to do something with your car, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We are just so lost. Now we're getting into AI, and then all the people that were doing computer programming. Well, I'll tell you what AI does. It can't replace somebody's knowledge of what you need to be creating. But I tell you what, AI is incredible for programmers. Like if you're sitting there and you go, I need a program that does this, and you explain it, and then it comes up with what it comes up with, and then you keep modifying it. You modify it on yourself because you know how to do it. And then you upload that one and say, hey, can you make this smoother? Oh, yeah, here we go. Bing, bing, bing. I mean, it's just really pretty incredible. I used to hate AI, but I think it's pretty very useful thing at this point. In Oregon, we had a trade school. It was called Benson Tech, and then they got rid of it, because, of course, oh, how dare you have a school like that? Yeah, I think they still exist out there. It's just... Hey, thanks, Jim Lawn. What the hell is a gigawatt? Now we just need Brown-Eyed Girl to come in.
1.21 gigawatts. What the hell is a gigawatt? We are all Richard Allen.
I was wondering what that button was.
You pieces of shit got to the jury, didn't you?
That's called conspiracy theory nut job. Anyways, I'm sorry for the digression there. So if you haven't seen the surveillance footage, here it is right here. And I would say within less than a minute, I figured out where this was. Of course, he covered his face. I mean, it felt like, it was still daylight out when this happened. All right, and the location is right here after leaving the Brown University School of Engineering. Came out, turned left, walked down the street. Over. There's only two likely places it would be, this end or the other end. I did go to the other end first. And then it's right here. If you pause it right there and you go to, just for the proof sake, you know, you look at it and hell, there's the weight limit signs right there. Hope Street right there. The tree right here, that's that one. The weight limit thing is right there. And I think see how that there's two cement bricks that are, or blocks that are different color. I guarantee you, if we go around the corner, that you can see that. And there you go. See right there? You just know it's going to be there because it was on that surveillance camera. All right, and that's even like just another piece. So it goes around that corner, and then the camera that filmed it, that's the next thing that we like to do, is right there. And that was filming the vehicle, or not the vehicle, the guy walking around this corner going in that direction. Now, where did he go from there is the question. So one possibility is that he parked his car on a side street headed north and walks down, goes maybe up on a street like this, gets into the car. I mean, let's just pretend for a second. Let's just pretend that this is what he did. So he's right there, and he walks this direction, and then he cuts up, goes across the street, and then he gets into a vehicle right there. Then he goes out to this street, which is Angel Street, turns right. He's in his car now, though. So he gets in his car, and then he goes right like this, and he keeps going down Angel Street, stays on Angel Street right there, and look where that goes. By God, it goes right over the bridge, and he's out of here. Okay, so I think that's an absolute possibility. It's very, I mean, you come from a different place way over here somewhere, and that's once you get over that bridge, you're feeling pretty good. And that'd be a really quick way to get the hell out of there. I mean, I think he could have got out of there in 5 minutes. How far is this total here? I bet that's only 1.18 miles from there to get actually in the middle of the bridge. Okay. So what do you guys think of that? That looks like a pretty, a very possible thing. Just have a car there, boom, and you're out of here. And then where the hell he went, who knows? I think they might know who he is because there's probably somebody out there that said something like, they knew him and it looked like that. Right? A set of clothing. Yeah, I think that too. So I'm going to leave this up here just so as a guess, and we'll see if that turns out to be a reality. I mean, to be, he does go this way. So at that point, well, here's what you would think, right? So the fact that he went, there was another street he could have turned right on, but he didn't. Right? So that means his car is likely not anywhere over here. Do you guys agree with that? So we could sit here and do something like, let's draw a polygon over here and say that he very likely did not go in, let's see, like all the way down, and I don't think that's the one I wanted to use. Let's see, I want to do this one. So I would say, since he went up here, he avoided this street, you could go like this. And say that he did not go down in here at all. Almost no chance of doing that. And then we can make that red. Oh, that fill color is red. There you go. So he did not go into there. Do you guys agree with that? Because why would he go? Why if he did park in there? Why did he do what he did? He turned left here and could have easily gone down this street, but he didn't do that. He continued this way because he's not over here. He would have went to the right if it was anywhere down here. He would have came out of the building, went straight down the street, and made his way to his car. He didn't do that. Now we know he went this way, left, then this way. And so I think you can remove this whole area. As a matter of fact, you could probably, every single piece sort of up into here. And so that means he went into this area or higher up, maybe up in there. Do you guys understand the logic there? I'm not getting any feedback here. Hello? Oh, there's one. Finally somebody there. We got Ann Vroom. Thank you. Yeah. So you can definitely count out that. I mean, you might even be able to make it, over here. But I'm just kind of giving you in general. So if he goes up here, I mean, you literally can make that more. I would even say, if he's turned right there, so you could kind of eliminate. I mean, if he parked right there, you would cut across this street and go there. So he heads that direction, and he continued to walk straight. So yeah, I think any one of these side streets right here, he could have got into a vehicle, got it right onto Angel Street, taken a right, and made his way right onto this bridge. What's the deal there? Is that not a... Is that a tram? I mean, is this a bridge you can drive? Yeah. Okay, well. There's got to be cameras all over this thing. But what they would have to do is track him all the way to his vehicle first, I would think. But hey guys, if you're out there and you want to help support the channel, maybe consider getting some memberships for some of the future freaks out there. That would be awesome. I wonder if that's a camera at the top of that light. That'd be a good place to put one. Maybe not, though. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Whoa, God. Well, where the hell is this? I just found this thing. Well, let's see. Where am I? Where is this? What is this thing right here? Does it have a historical time frame? That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Henderson Bridge. Downtown. Let's see. Dean Street. Where's that? Okay. Yeah, these are all like live stream cameras right here. Wouldn't that be crazy if you could go back and look? Yeah, let's look at this one first. Let me move that into a folder. And then here's a map of all of their cameras. So I'm going to go ahead and try to... Let's see if we can find this. Hey! Thank you, Chris O'Connell! Hey, thank you. Let's see. Henderson. Is that the Henderson? Yeah. That's weird. So they don't have any cameras over there. What a strange deal. Look at this. This is where the university is right over, you know, just right there. There's Angel Street. Yeah, I think it's right here, maybe. Yeah. And then there isn't one traffic cam. These blue are the traffic cameras. Why wouldn't you have one? I mean, that's just stupid. God, there's not one right where it matters. I mean, well, that almost seems like intentional. I mean, you see what I'm saying? I mean, that's weird. It's almost like the killer is not, there's no connection at all. Like, they went there to kill, and they saw, wow, what a great way to do it, because there's not one damn camera. In that area. What do you guys think of that? That's pretty weird, actually. Like, the whole city is completely covered. You know, they're all over the place. Traffic. And there isn't even one on the Henderson Bridge. Really? And then when you go to the other side, there's nothing. Let's see. Let me go back out to that last. Providence, Rhode Island. Yeah. Same thing. Yeah, there's Henderson Bridge. I don't know what to say about that. That's a total letdown, isn't it? Not one damn traffic camera. You got to be kidding me. I mean, what are you guys doing over here? We just trust our people, you know, and now I've kind of lost where we were. Yeah, so it's right there. Well, they're not releasing something for some nefarious reason. They said that they didn't find any useful. Here's what I think. I think he did exactly the same thing as Tyler Robinson. I bet you this is what he did. He came in, went through the door over here, shot, and then went right back out the door. So he's not on very many cameras at all. See, like Nate's up there. You might know the campus and everything, but you're assuming he walked all over campus. I think he did. He came in. Yeah, I think he walked in the same exact way. I guarantee you that this camera right here, if they go back earlier in the day, has him walking like this direction. I wouldn't be surprised. I can't guarantee it, but I bet you there's a really good chance that earlier he's walking this way. Probably has the same damn mask on his face, etc. And then he comes, and it's really just in a short amount of time. So it's probably, you know, I don't know how long he was on campus, but I bet it's only like 10 minutes. You know, he walks this way, goes in there, shoots, does what he's going to do, exits, walks back out, goes that way. It's very simple. That's how you would do it. It doesn't matter if I'm from Providence, Nate. So you're one of those types, aren't you? I'm just using common sense and logic. Try to use it. All right, let's see. We've got the... I've already got all the... What do you mean the bridge cam? I just showed that... I just pulled up the thing and they didn't have any. Let me see. If I just look it up, if I typed in Henderson Bridge camera, it's going to show up for one. Let's see. Henderson Bridge, Providence. Right, Henderson Bridge camera, Providence. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It doesn't say it. Let's see what you got. RID, or Rhode Island Dot has it? Yeah. That's the same exact thing I have up on the screen. Route 114, 136. That's the one I was looking at a few minutes ago. Look. This is exactly, this thing right here is what I had up. See that? Rhode Island DOT. And I said, and then I looked, I guess what I did was I looked up something else, like traffic cameras. I don't know, that doesn't make any sense. It's exactly the same. There's Henderson Bridge right there. Why doesn't this one have that, though? Which side is that? I think that might be like right over here. That definitely looks like that. Oh yeah. This is... It's weird because you could see it was under construction. Now let's zoom in over there. I think it's that side. I don't know. It's hard to say. It could be maybe the other side's a mirror image of that. No, that's definitely not it. That's the side right there. For sure. They've got like this box on the ground over here though. It's kind of like right in this area. Like right here, there's a box of some sort on the ground. See on this right here? Whatever that is. But you can see it looks right. And then when you go down the street view, it is from this year. I just don't see that little box on the ground. And actually then, oh yeah, so it's a little bit back here actually. Yeah, so see right here, there's this little walking path. That is right here, this little thing, and it kind of just turns right there. So you see that walking path, so that means that little box should be right there, and then see how that changed. This is 2011. This is September 2025. So that camera is likely like right up here on one of these lights or poles. Maybe not that one though. I think it's back right there. There it is, right there. See that camera right there? That's one of those 360 cameras. Unfortunately, when I move forward, it might not be there anymore. Yeah, see, it's 2011. That's 2018, 2018. And we're just not going to get to see it. That's so crazy how that time shifts around like that. But we did see it from back there. You could see that camera. Thanks, Zozo. Wonder why when I went to the same site it didn't have that. What do you have to type in? I guess I didn't do the East Bay. Let's see, I was over here. That's not where I was. Let me see, what did I have? I had this one. I guess that was Metropolitan. And then there seemed like there was a choice that I had for that. I mean, why doesn't it have on the same site right here a choice for like East Bay or something? Weird. Okay, traffic cams. Oh, I guess there it is, East Bay. There you go. Huh. All right. Well, there you go. Do they go back in time? Let's see. Let's see. Providence. Traffic. Camera. Historical video. Yeah. They got that. Let's see if there's something. Yeah, now that looks kind of like the other one. I don't know. It was so cool having that one, those fire cameras in the Kylie Rodney case. You know? Yeah, I don't know. I just think that, you know, when people, the river is too cliche, you know. I think he just got away and drove away and did whatever he did. He's not going to risk, that time of day, there's all kinds of cars, you guys. I think he just blended in. He's not going to chuck a gun out the window, I don't think, with, I don't know who put that in the comments. I'm just reading the follow-up comment. All right, let's get back to flight radar. Let's see what's happening over here. Let's get back to regular time. Is this live? Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any... just helicopters buzzing around or anything. All right, so if we can get, I'll tell you what, if we get another 5 memberships, I'll donate 5 memberships myself. There's my challenge, you guys. 5 to 5. Can we do it? Good night, Linda Howell, as in Linda Molden Howe of the... Hey, hold on. Before you leave, Linda Howell, hold on. Linda Molden Howe of the Cattle Mutilations and Crop Circles. Thank you very much for being here. We'll see you tomorrow, Linda Molden Howe. If you have any questions about cattle mutilations or crop circles, you make sure to give her a call. Thank you for being here. All right, don't go all get started at once, you guys. We need, there we go. There's one by Chris O'Connell. There we go. Ding, 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 ding. One by Chris O'Connell. We got to get the membership. We got to get the membership by Chris O'Connell. And by the way, on the earlier show, I think I misread about 6 different comments, and the trolls in the early part of the show, always trashing me and shit, put me in a shitty mood. So for anybody out there that timed out or something incorrectly, I apologize. That was my mistake. Did she just sign off? Come on, Linda Al, didn't you see that, man? Now we need 4 more channel memberships, you guys, then I'll donate 5 myself. And then we'll get 10 more. That'd be sweet. Disgruntled boyfriend? I don't know. Why would you shoot 10 people? I don't think so at all. I mean, if it is, it is, right? I just don't see shooting 10 people being disgruntled over a girl. I think it's some, a lot of times it is something, some personal thing like that. And, why pick the engineering students? Those are usually all foreigners, from India, Pakistan, China. Hey, look at, there's Bruce Holdaway. There's 2. There's 2, you guys. There is 2. I think we've done some pretty cool stuff today. Got the surveillance footage. Now we're going to have to, obviously I think when we wake up in the morning there's going to be more surveillance that they're going to release. Or there's already going to be an arrest because it sounded like they were kind of onto somebody. And if that's the right person, then they're probably going to be able to catch him. You guys ever notice that whenever I do my challenges, it doesn't have the same enthusiasm? It's like, when you guys do it, though, it's like, yeah! I should say like this. I should go, hey, Chris O'Connell, why don't you, if you do a challenge, and they meet your challenge, I'll also donate 5. And then I think it would work. But whenever I do it, it's just sort of like, yeah. Right, that's because they're smart. I mean, it's sad, isn't it? Hey, what the heck, Jim Wan? Jesus. Thanks, Jim. All right, here we go. And so we got Jim Lon, got Bruce Holdaway, and then there it is. Yeah, no, cool. Thanks, Chris O'Connell. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I put out that other video. I was working on the video when this all came about, and I think Zozo also messaged me, and I was like, okay, I better go do something. And, sort of became interesting. It's always interesting when you get information. It was kind of dead for a while there, but now we have a surveillance footage. We figured out listening to the, a couple of the press conferences that he went out on to Hope Street, I think it was called. And then we find out that, it's an engineering school. Then we see the surveillance of him. He goes in, he shoots, kills 2 people in here, and now there's 9 wounded total that are alive. So 11. And then he exits the building. So I think he came in and then he exited right where he came in. And then we see him on surveillance come around this corner and head this direction. So that is getting towards the bridge over here. And then once you go over that bridge, you just, you can go anywhere at that point. You might go to Boston even. I mean, who knows? Oh yeah, it was shitty. They always say the worst things in the world, they make it seem like if you get super chats on a show like this, a day where they're shooting, it's somehow shitty. But then every other day you're doing true crime, it's okay. I mean, and the thing is none of these people ever call up the news stations and say, hey, can you guys not run any ads today? Because you are covering something that's pretty... These people are hypocrites, I don't know what to tell you. This is a true crime channel. We cover dark things. That's what we do. I try to distance myself from it while I'm covering it so I can do it rationally. I don't get too emotional doing cases. There are times when... particular cases, like April Tinsley, the Delphi case, just some other ones where I sit around and I think about what they must have gone through, and it makes me sad. I just don't bring that to the show. There's really no point. And I think that's where a lot of people have problems. When I think conspiracy theories are born out of an overabundance of emotions that combat logic, so you start going, oh my god, and you have all these emotions, and then the people that say I couldn't sleep for days, those people are, and they had a YouTube channel, they're going to be filled with conspiracy theories. If it was personal, likely he's gonna somewhere to off himself. He didn't really have that appearance. I mean, if he wanted to, why wouldn't he just... I don't know. He had his right hand in his pocket like he was controlling the gun. He didn't look like he was necessarily, thinking, boy, I'm going to take my life. I mean, that's not a bad theory, though, I got to be honest with you. I mean, they do that. Yeah, it's hard to really tell, right? But yeah, I mean, he could be 30-something, 30 to 40, for sure. It's hard to tell. It makes me... It almost feels like they know who this is. I think to me he looks like I'm gonna say 25 to 35 years old. That guy. Of course he covered his face. I mean, that's my guess. What's your guess, Zozo? You might be right. Maybe you're right, but I'm gonna guess 25 to 35. You can use another 10-year You're going to say 35 to 45? God, it's too easy, man. Yeah. Well, earlier in that press conference, I think if we go back and listen to that, they literally said that they have a person of interest. They're just not going to say who that is. So who is that? Pretty interesting, right? Hey, thanks, Dixie Hippie, twice there. Appreciate it. I saw your first one. I was just responding there. But thank you for the other one, too. And there's Lee Hilliard. Thank you very much. Wonder if he was one of the people laid off from the environmental center. I don't know. I mean, what do you mean? How do you guys dig into something like that? That's just... Let's see. Brown University layoffs, environmental center. Brown University did not specifically target its environmental center for layoffs. Instead, as part of a broader budget reduction plan in late 2025, the university implemented general staff layoffs and temporarily paused its net zero emission plan to achieve cost savings. How dare you pause your emission plans, man? You're polluting the environment, you bastards. And what was the reason? Well, to achieve cost savings. Exactly. You know, it's weird. How much do you think gas, in Portland, gas is still $4.25, $4.35 a gallon? That's because we are a joke. All right. Yeah, they laid off 48 employees and eliminated 55 vacant roles. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's it. I just, that doesn't feel... I mean, he went postal is what you're saying? You know what? Anything's possible. This is one of those ones where, right, at this point, we don't have any... When Charlie Kirk was shot, we all knew, right? Like, okay, he was shot because he's Charlie Kirk, and the shooter is likely, you know, hell, I think a lot of us even thought it was probably a trans person or something like that. This one, we don't know. We have no idea. We have a guy that went in, shot up a bunch of people, walked out. But yeah, a lot of times it's something, you know, it's going to be personal, something. I mean, it'd be crazy if it was just somebody went in there to kill, like a Koberger thing, where the guy just goes, hey, I'm going to go kill, goes in there and kills people and walks out because he felt like it. Maybe he doesn't like, maybe this guy was an engineering candidate, but he didn't get in there and he's pissed off at the foreigners coming in and getting, you know, the classes in engineering program, and he goes in there and he takes them out sort of as revenge and anger for not getting in there himself. Yeah, but what's that dollar wise? $1.80. That's cheap. Isn't your dollar's less than ours, isn't it? That's nuts, man. Oh, that's per liter though. Yeah, hold on. I think there's like how many liters in a gallon? Oh man, that's expensive as hell, man. There's 3.78, almost 4. You're like $9 a gallon. That's crazy. That's insane, man. There's 3.78 liters in a gallon. So that means you got to multiply yours times 3.78. Let's see. How much is gas in Australia in US dollars? Here it's liter, or 1.8 per liter, it says. Not for diesel, though. It would be for just regular gas. Right. Yeah, 66 cents. I mean, I don't know, man. I think it's even way more expensive than that. They say it's $1.09 per liter. Okay, so I guess that's only like $4 and 50 cents or so, something like that. $4.20. It's about the same, I guess. But I said buy it with US dollars. US dollars per liter for gasoline. Okay. How much is gas in Australia in US dollars per gallon? Converting liters. And let's see. It is $4. Let's see. Equivalent to 3 with Australian. A gallon is equal to 4.546 liters. This means that Australian gallon is about 20% larger than shit. I'm not forget it, man. They made it too complicated. When you go to Ireland, they have these charts on comparing Guinness beer to other things, No, they haven't said what kind of gun. I'm pretty sure it's a pistol. About $4 a gallon, yeah. That's what it kind of seemed like a minute ago. Alright, what's going on over here on flight radar? Anything? We need like a helicopter. Something. Well, there's no helicopters. So they're on, they might know who the person is and they're not searching for anybody. They know where he is. I guess what we could do is get this playing again then. Yeah, we were way overtaxed. It's interesting when you're in Portland, it's like $4.40, and then you drive down the highway about 60 miles and it's like $3. Portland is a joke. Okay, sorry, but it is. It's just. I mean, here's what I think I told you guys yesterday. Listen to how crazy this is, all right? So I have to pay federal and state tax. Our state tax is 8%, and then if you have a business, now fortunately I have a business, but I don't do any business in Portland. But let's say you did. Let's say you were you own a food truck, right? So let's say you had a food truck and you let's see. Yeah, you have to pay federal and state for your business, and then you have to pay 2% to Portland, or 2.5% to Portland itself, and 2% to Multnomah County, where Portland is. So another 4%. I mean, that's just insane. If you made $200,000, that'd be $9,000 more that you have to pay in taxes. And so let's say, and then you have to do that, and then there's Multnomah County art tax. And then there's another tax for free daycare, preschool for kids. And you don't even have kids and you have to pay for it. It's crazy. I mean, it's just tax. No wonder people leave and go to places like Texas and Florida. You know, I got lucky though because my YouTube, I don't. They say so. What's interesting when you're doing your taxes, when you're paying that, it says, what is your I think it's net income on your whatever that business part of your tax return is, and then you put it down, and then the next question is, now what was the revenue you made in Portland? And it's like I don't do any business in Portland. There isn't anybody that I go out, and there's nothing. If anything, there's expenses that I pay. You know, that's it. There's no business in Portland, so I get to put a 0 on that, which is cool. Yeah. But man, you gotta admit, like, that's some crazy shit. Gotta go, but here's a gift from my belly button. Hey, all right. I'll take a gift from your belly button. Thank you. The belly button ring, she said. All right. Appreciate that. Let's see. Nothing there. What? What does that mean, Ted? Just out of nowhere. Are you Ted Bundy? I haven't seen you in a million years, if that's you. But yeah, so it doesn't look like there's any helicopters or anything moving around. There's not. I'm actually playing the scanner audio, if you can believe that, and there's nothing. Yeah, I don't know. I thought of moving to other states. I'm not sure. Just a lot of work, a lot of effort. Newsom's new book, Young Man on the Run. Where's Lanky Tor, man? Clear the overhead is. Big snowstorm moving up. Amazing how clear that overhead is. What do you mean? What are you referring to? This isn't a satellite image. I mean, it is a satellite image, but it's just from some fixed point in time. Oh, interesting. Look right up there. It says 5.27 UTC. That's exactly right. Does it move if you go across like this? Let's see. I click over here. What happens? Where is that? So this is just saying, well, the East Coast is 5.27. Or I guess that's 527. Never mind. That was stupid. So it'd be midnight. Yeah, that's exactly right. So if you look at that, that's 5:28 in the morning. And usually the East Coast is 5 hours the other direction, which would make it 12:38 on the East Coast. So I think that's exactly right. Okay. There we go. There we go. I haven't heard from Nader Bader in a while. I'm not sure what happened to him. I think he used to come in and out. Like he wasn't always here. He probably has stretches where he'd come in. His hair almost went up in flames during... Well, I wouldn't doubt it. It's probably loaded with, grease. But anyways, you guys, I think I don't really have much more to offer here. We're about 3 hours. This is about 6 hours of show today, maybe even more. I think the first one was 4. So I do want to say thank you to everybody. Let's see, we had Saturn Dreaming of Mercury, Richard Watts, Timothy Cecil gifted a membership. Saturn Dreaming of Mercury, Saturn Dreaming of Mercury again. Then we had Lisa Belson gift 10. Then we had Saturn Dreaming of Mercury, Saturn Dreaming of Mercury, pretty much like a cat eye there all together. Then Stephen Connerly, and then Timothy Cecil, then Saturn Dreaming of Mercury with the gifted 5. Then Lisa Belson gifted 5. Then Joel Burnt gifted 1. And then Saturn Dreaming of Mercury gifted 5 again. Then we had Franco Romano. And then Jenny Darcy. Then Candalee Woodward Stone, 51 months. And then Lisa Belson gifted 5 again. I think there was a matching thing. And then Jim Lon, and then Chris O'Connell came in, gifted 10. And then we had Michelle H. And then Chris O'Connell. I think I did. Then I said I'll donate 5 if you guys do 5. And then Chris O'Connell, Bruce Holdaway, and then Jim Lon did 5. So that got to there. Then I gifted the 5. And then we had Dixie Hippie, Lee Hilliard, gift 1. Then Jim Lon, and then LA Connection gifted 1 from her belly button. Or didn't gift 1, she did a super chat. Crazy. All right, well, what do you guys think? Do you think they'll have an arrest by the morning? I think there's a good chance, because they said that they had a person of interest. That's usually, if they have a person of interest that quick, then they have something pretty strong, that there was an association. And the guy looked right. I can't believe you had Gray on your show, Vinny. I'm never watching again. Ooh. There we go. Perfect imitation. Thank you very much. They'll do the obligatory dippity-doo. Oh, yeah. I used to use gel when I was in college, you know. I had my hair short. It was a little spiky a little bit, you know. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. What do you mean, Jim Lon? You're hardly ever even here anymore. Let's see.
Engine 5 Rescue 1, Parkway Towers, or a fall with a head strike.
Fall with a head strike. I think they will have someone in custody in the next few days. I wouldn't be surprised if we wake up in the morning and have one. That's what I was thinking. But thank you guys very much for your support on the show. Appreciate it. No, it was like, I think it was called, what the hell was the name of that stuff? I don't remember. No, we're talking 1980 something, man. You wear your topsiders, you know, your 501 jeans that are ripped all to shit because you've worn them so much. Little holes in the front. I used to wear these like boxer, like heart boxers, you know. And they would sort of go into where there was the hole in the front of your 501s because they're so, you know, used so much. And then, you know, just sort of I don't know. Sometimes these cool little sweater things that we, I don't know. It was a different time back then. I didn't wear bell bottoms or any bullshit like that. I mean, I know. My high school photos suck. It was when I was in college is where you sort of figure out what you're supposed to. I mean, I guess if you were part of the social gang or whatever, you know. Remember those topsiders, though? The brown. And I remember those Dejarum cloves. Those were big back when I was in college. Remember the cloves that you could smoke? They were kind of, they were brown. I remember those tasted pretty good. I remember that. Dejarum, I think is what it was, right? Let's see. Dejarum clothes. Ah, look at that. Damn thing still exists. Just like that. The brown ones. Funny. Well, anyways, you guys are dead as a doornail. So thank you for being here tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Hope you guys found the show interesting. I think we had some interesting stuff going on. I think we kind of put together what we know now. They don't have any surveillance inside yet. Stuff like that. We don't have any of that. And but I think tomorrow we'll have more. We'll probably cover this tomorrow and get everything put together again. See what's new. Hopefully, though, they make an arrest overnight. We'll see what happens. All right, you guys. Thanks for being here. We'll see you freaks tomorrow. And who knows what tomorrow will bring. Actually, if there's something happens in the day, it's going to suck because I'm supposed to play golf at 10:30 in the morning. And it's going to be cold as hell. Who wants to do that? Jesus. But should be done and be home by like 3 something. We'll see how it goes. But thanks, everybody. Be safe out there. Where the hell is the... there it is.
Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole
Quite a
time,
while.
I've not seen one person.
Quite a while.
That is a...
Crime dissector, a thug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. I'm gonna get you.
On a stretcher.
Even crime funny like an old projector.
Crime sector is my nectar.
Hey, thanks, Chris O'Connell. Like right now.
Crime collector.
Freak connector. And I'm always gonna be a protector.
Cool deflector. Interceptor. And I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector.
On his pector.
With all respect, y'all. Just remember I'm a temple fucking checker. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody? Talk to you later.
Thank you for watching Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube, where we discuss true crime using facts, logic, reason, and common sense to figure out exactly what happens in a case. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, be safe out there.
Bye. See you around.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, come on. Thank you. Oh, come on. Oh, please. Oh, would you stop it? Come on. Would you, wait, you're stopping already? Keep going. Oh, Jesus. All right. See you guys.